Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Dallas Aftershow here on JLJ Media. I'm James Lott Jr. My phone, you can put it somewhere, it's in the way. Welcome to the show. I'm not wearing my Dallas shirt. I meant to today, and I spilled something on it. Just like that. So I have to work on that. So it's like, dang it. So I'm wearing a black shirt today just because. This episode, as you saw in the title, the untapped potential of Christopher Ewing. So let's get the facts out the way, right? Adopted son of Bobby and Pam. Bio son of Kristen. I know a girl named Kristen, yes, that one who shot JR, Sue Ellen's sister, and Jeff Faraday. Raised by Bobby, mostly. In the TNT series, I thought perfectly cast, looks wise and all, by Jesse Metcalfe. And Bobby was a good guy to his cousin John Ross's kind of bad boy. He was born, I didn't realize this, I was looking it up. He was born 40 years ago. So they went by real age, he'd be 40 this year in December. He was born in 81, can't believe that, 40 years ago. I felt he was perfectly cast. Jesse Metcalfe in the TNT series. Now, I've run this theory by my brother that I felt like he was untapped, misused, not using his full potential. And here's some of the suggestions that I wrote down that I kind of would have liked, and using some of the things they did use in the show. So he was close to his dad. He was pretty much a good guy, which, okay, that's fine. I thought he should have been more of a bad guy. Not all out bad, but more like a gray area character. That he should have been someone who, because he was adopted, and they did show it on the original series later on, how John Ross would tease Christopher about not being a real Ewing, by blood. That would have stuck in his craw. He would have been so just I gotta prove to them I'm a real Ewing. And it's also there's this one scene in the original Dallas where JR talks to Christopher really nicely. So I thought, what if we expanded on that and kind of said that Christopher was kind of close to JR? And I get this. I kept thinking, what if John Ross was a little nicer and closer to Bobby? JR would not like that. So I almost thought if they reversed the roles a bit, it would have been a very interesting choice. Even though I loved John Ross is played by Josh Henderson. I've sung his praises before on the show. He was so good. So we'll leave him alone. But for now, for Christopher, make him kind of a gray area character, a little bad boy, moral compass not in the center, trying to prove. I would have liked, because not biologically, but by family, Pamela Rebecca Barnes is his cousin. They're not biologically related, but they're cousins, because Cliff is her father and Pam was his adopted mother. They didn't grow up together, but it would have been nice if they, at some point, while the show was off, was revealed that they came close and acted cousinly and possibly worked together to bring down the Ewings, possibly, or make a dent in there to get in there. And I thought that could have been useful, or find their way to control Ewing energies, which I enjoyed. The green energy stuff, that's very timely, very topical. I had no problem with that. I liked him with Elena Ramos. I thought she's the maid's daughter, the good girl, the girl that would help kind of try to keep him centered, not going too far off the ledge as Christopher. Be his moral compass. Would have been a great, strong woman to his strong man. I thought it would have been great. They look good. So I liked it when they were paired together. I liked it. I thought that was a good choice. Another thing is, because he was played as a Bobby Jr. I thought it would be interesting if they brought either Lucas on, which would be his adopted brother, or somebody from his biological father's side of the family. That was very interesting too, right? A Faraday finds out something and comes to try to talk to him. May tries to use him against the Ewings. Some tug of war issue happens. Also, I wish I could have saw more of him and his Aunt Sue Ellen. That was his aunt by marriage and biologically. I wish there were more scenes with them together, working things out. But they didn't really, they showed them a few times, but not really a lot. So I feel just, again, missed opportunities. That, you know, that because they kept the cast kind of small, they could have easily interchanged around. Brenda Strong, side note, who played Annie, his stepmother, and Jesse Metcalf both starred on Desperate Housewives. So that. And I did like the ending, the series ending where Christopher is presumed dead in a car bomb. Well, I just said I didn't like it, but I mean, they brought the series back, he can be alive. So that's at least that's one thing. He doesn't have to be dead, right? Be alive. But I thought Christopher had, they felt like they went in a way, a lazy route where he said, okay, Bobby, Christopher, John Ross, JR, John Ross, this direct descendants. But what if they mixed it up a little bit and we kind of crossed it? That would have been really interesting. But there was potential. I think Jesse Metcalf could have acted it out really fine. Again, with TNT, I said this on many of the shows here, I felt like they actually, a lot of problems with the show I felt the casting was actually really solid. That all the casting on the TNT comeback series was good. I will state that for the record, ring my bell, for the record, I thought it was good casting. It was the writing and the storylines that I had issues with time and time again on the new series. Because on the original series, they were just too young to be really anything of notice. But now that John Ross and Christopher were adults, I wish, yeah. But again, the casting was great. So that's my thing with Christopher Ewing. Maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't. As always, let me know. I appreciate all the comments and the remarks. I love it. Thank you. I mean, I love, hello to all the Dallas groups on Facebook. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. Dallas forums and everybody. This show, I think as I'm doing this show and I'm going back and reviewing the characters and scenes and things, what I'm realizing is Dallas was a great American soap opera that had some great years and some not so great years. It had potential. It had promise. It had things that were unrealized. I think the new TNT Dallas could have lasted a lot longer than it did if it was in the right hands. There are shows that come back and do very well. So I think Dallas is needed. I think Dallas should come back on television, I mean, in my opinion, but under the right hands. And it can be really done right, I think. But let's do some. I want to see the writing first. I'm nobody, but I just think that Dallas. When I review these and look at them, there was some great acting, some great characters out of Dallas, great relationships, but also there were relationships that just were untapped or that just didn't. When they killed April Stevens, I thought that was dumb. That's all. We'll talk that as a whole nother episode. You know, I thought she was a great character. I like the character of Jamie and Jack. I like those characters when they came on. There's a lot of things. Just a lot that I like that just either they did some great stuff at first and then petered out, or they just, you know. But I love Dallas. I just feel like it's an American treasure. It's an American institution for television. So I've been enjoying doing these. So I enjoy your engagement with me. We're on every streaming service, audio. So if you want to listen to me and not look at me, you can. Dallas Aftershow, look it up. It's on everything. iHeartRadio, Spotify. And of course, it's on YouTube. JLJ Media, YouTube. Be kind, rewind. All right, I'll talk to you next time with another episode of Dallas After Show.